CaribJet, the most experienced travel agency company in Grenada, serving our clients and businesses for over 40 years. IATA accredited, we issue tickets on 280 airlines, representatives for Condor, the German airlines, and main agents for Virgin, KLM and Air France. We're specialists to the Middle East. Walk in to our ticket office at Maurice Bishop Highway, call 439-4444, WhatsApp 534-7755 or visit caribjet.com.
The 5th Annual Masters of Calypso Melody and Rhythm Edition, Sunday, May 8th, Mother's Day, at the Spice Basket Bolio St. George's. Showtime, 6 p.m. and tickets cost $60. Featuring live from Trinidad and Tobago, Baron, Sugar Aloes. From Barbados, Red Plastic Bag. From Grenada, Beast, Scholar, Inspector, Black Wizard, Cox, Samantha Dixon, Squeezy and Moyakai. A special award ceremony for the Hitman Inspector.
Let me tell you that, Inspector, eating better. Make yourself at home, young fella. Eating better.
All artists backed by the Royal Grenada Police Force Band. A special cocktail on entry for all mothers. Compliment West Hall Rum. Tickets available at Mitchell's Health and Wellness Grand Anse, Grenada Optical St. George's, Kittens Pharmacy in St. George's and Grand Anse, St. David's Pharmacy, Licks and Bites Guave, Maxie's Bar Grenville. Masters of Calypso, powered by West Hall Rum's National Lotteries Authority, Flo, Senator Nolan Cox, Captain Harris Suites, Mitchell's Health and Wellness, ML Construction Services, King Elvis Taxi and Tours. One special evening dedicated to mothers. Sunday, May 8th, 6 p.m. This will be one unforgettable show.
She wants high. She wants plumbing.
RENDEC Community Partnership Initiative, supporting education.
The project for our school is the expansion of the school feeding department and home economics department. Our previous kitchen area has been very small and sometimes it became congested. Therefore, we would like to say a heartfelt thank you to GrenLec for partnering with us in ensuring that we improve the quality of education that we provide here at River Sally Government School.
RENDEC, energizing our community.
Your vehicle insurance should never break your bank. With Beacon, you can get up to 35% off your fully comprehensive car insurance and still get full protection from unexpected damages with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. When it comes to your insurance, always be sure you settle for more. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get a quote today.
Hello and welcome to the MTV Evening News for Tuesday, 3rd May 2022. Coming up tonight, over 30 road accidents recorded over the weekend. St. Andrew farmer stands to lose thousands of dollars worth of produce due to a stolen pump. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell expresses concern about plans by the United Kingdom to impose direct rule on the British Virgin Islands. And in sports, Puran appointed West Indies captain. We have the details to these and more after the break.
Angie, don't you know that you should not fly a kite near electrical poles and wires? You should only fly it in open areas. If the kite gets stuck, it can cause power outages throughout the village.
Then I'll just pull it down, Johnny. Simple.
No. You shouldn't do that. You can get shocked. You should call GrenLec at 237 and they will come and help.
Alright.
Never fly kites near the power lines. If your kite ever gets tangled, do not attempt to remove it on your own. A message from Grenlock, energizing our Grenada.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening. With the news in detail, I am Troy Gill. Over 30 accidents were recorded over the weekend, according to Corporal of Police Cordina Douglas McLean, attached to the Community Relations Department. Corporal McLean said one person was arrested for drinking under the influence of alcohol, with a reading of 130 micrograms of alcohol, while the legal limit is 70 micrograms, doubling the limit. McLean says the arrest took place in St. George's.
For the weekend just concluded, we received a total of 34 reports of vehicular accidents, of which one was a serious accident that occurred at Caledony St. George. Also, a total of 100 fixed penalty tickets for various traffic offences were issued. 2 vehicles were also impounded for not having insurance coverage, and also 2 individuals were arrested and charged for driving without a driver's license.
The Royal Grenada Police Force responded to several criminal activities over the weekend, including chopping incidents. A house fire was also recorded. We have more in this report.
Members of the Royal Grenada Police Force had a busy weekend responding to crimes over the country. MTV News spoke to Corporal of Police Cordina Douglas McLean, attached to the Community Relations Department, on Tuesday, who said one man is hospitalized from a chopping incident in Tempe, St. George. She says on Sunday morning there was also a chopping incident at the National Stadium.
On Sunday morning, 2 individuals were involved in an altercation that led to one man receiving several chop wounds from a group of individuals. The victim in that matter, he was hospitalized and is in stable condition as far as the last report or last update on that individual. During the said altercation, the victim's vehicle was also damaged by the persons who attacked him in the Tempe area.
According to McLean, one man is counting his losses in St. Andrew after his home was destroyed by fire.
A dwelling wooden structure, size 20 by 14, was completely destroyed by fire. At the time of the fire, the lone occupant of the home and owner was not present, and fire crew at the Grenville Police Station responded.
McLean addressed concerns by citizens following recent social media posts warning people that individuals are going around chopping people and sexually assaulting women in St. Patrick and Montparnasse, respectively.
2 weeks ago, we sent out a press release concerning 2 individuals in a vehicle who robbed a young lady at Mount Rose, and not too far away from where she was robbed, a gentleman from the same community was chopped. We only received information about one such incident in that community and throughout the trial and states. But however, a voice note is in circulation, indicating that these individuals, that there's a trend that these persons are going around chopping persons at late hours in the night. We have not had any additional information outside of these 2 instances where these persons were robbed and chopped at Mount Rose, St. Patrick. I too saw the poster, the flyer, and I also saw the information that is circulating on social media. And after seeking further information and clarity on the matter, it was brought to our attention that the victim in this regard, the perpetrator, was known to her, and she requested certain course of action from the police, and the action that she requested from the police was carried out by the police. The gentleman who was detained at the time was subsequently released after her requests were fulfilled. So the circulation of that poster again, indicating that there's a predator, or that there's someone in the community probably stalking people and holding on to people, random people. It is misleading.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
One local farmer in St. Andrew stands to lose thousands of dollars worth of produce due to a missing pump which he believes was stolen, and is calling on the authorities to intensify their efforts to catch the perpetrators and, by extension, to curb such despicable acts. Local vegetable farmer from La Poterie, St. Andrew, Handel Bernard, who has been farming in that area for over 4 years, is missing his water pump, which he believes was stolen, and this action can gravely affect his farm as it is dependent on the pump for irrigation. Our news team visited the farm on Tuesday and spoke with Bernard, who said he first noticed his pump was missing 5 days ago.
Well, I first noticed that the pump was missing on Friday, but it seems like it go long before that, because we're getting rain from since Monday gone to up to Thursday, so I didn't need to come by the river to put on pump also, right? So when a guy come to wash down river, and when he come and he tell me he see my hose in the water, so I tell him no, that can be. So I leave and I come and see. When I come and see the hose in the water, and when I watch, I see the pump missing. When I come and notice they cut the pump, the chain, they cut the pipe, and they cut the suction hose for the water, and they go with the pump.
He said he made a report to the police. However, they are still investigating the matter, and if the pump is not found, he can incur significant losses.
Well, I go to the police on Saturday morning, I make a call, and then they tell me, well, they can't really come. They take a statement over the phone. They tell me they can't really come because it's not like they damage my crop or so. But after I sit down home relaxing, then I get a phone call from the police. And they show up, and then I bring them down to the river, and I show them where the pump is missing. Well, I have cantaloupe on the ground, and then I have a piece of melon on the ground. Yeah, and they need the water now.
And if you don't get back that pump, what kind of losses are you looking at?
Well, in terms of about $20,000 to $25,000 worth.
In the interim, he had borrowed a pump from someone and had to undertake measures to protect it on a daily basis to avoid another incident.
Well, I just got a pump borrow, and that I've been using since yesterday. I hook it up, and I had to take it off because it's not mine. So I don't want to leave it and then the same thing happen. So I had to keep carrying it up and down on a daily basis when I have to wet.
Bernard believes that once perpetrators are caught, they should be given stiffer penalties as a deterrent, especially as it relates to predial larceny.
It's not the really police are making the decision, it's the judge at the end of the day. Because I noticed a couple of times they've been holding thief, holding them with the goods, and then they give them 1 to 2 months, 3 months in prison, and then let them go. And time you take them and you give them 3 months in prison, another farmer crap already, and they out again to go and distress another farmer. So I would like the judge to give them a little more sentence, whosoever the person may be.
Lecturers from the T.A. Marichaud Community College continued protest action outside the campus on Tuesday, protesting over authorities' failure to pay salary increases. Nikita Hostin has more.
Money now, pay us and vex with us. We want we 10%, pay us and vex with us. We want we 10%, pay us and vex with us. Pay us and vex with us. We not talking again, pay us and vex with us. We not talking again, pay us and vex with us. We want we money now.
The lecturers at the T.A. Marichaud Community College took to the streets again on Tuesday, demanding salary increases order to them. MTV News was at the protest and spoke to lecturer and vice president of the TAMCC Lecturers Association, Albert Mitchell, who says the protest will continue until their concerns are addressed.
The lecturers are out. Another day is going to be another day after every day to address the issues and to raise at least a voice and to raise the concerns to the public that we at TAMC, all is not well at home. That's the main thing. All is well is not at home. We would like the administration to really take a good look at TAMCC. Whether we talk about government or we talk about the council, we just want them to take a very good look at TAMCC because our concerns are valid. They are not out of the hat. We're not pulling it out of the hat. The issues relating to salary increases is a real one. It's an issue that is going to affect everyone.
Mitchell says no one from the college has met with the lecturers about the issues they faced at the college.
I think the issues relating to our fringe benefits as regards to the collective bargaining agreement, that I would say there's a hesitancy on the part of the council to address issues relating to the collective bargaining agreement, to at least sit on the table and start a discussion, because it's not always about money. It's not all about money, it's about addressing the real concerns that affect us on a day-to-day basis at college.
He says the problems and challenges faced at TAMCC do not only affect them.
Just want the public to know that TAMCC's problem is not just TAMCC's problem, it's the wider problem of the society, because it will affect you. At some point in time it will affect your children. At some point, all of our children are being affected, not just the workers, because I also have kids. Most persons here have children, and it's affecting them.
Following last Wednesday's protest by lecturers, TAMCC in a statement said it recently concluded its payment of the increments owed to faculty and staff for the period of 2013 to 2018. The payments of 25% of outstanding increments for the year 2016 have also been received. It added that the college expects to fulfill the payment of the balance of the outstanding increments for the period of 2019 to 2021 by the end of the year 2022. Up to news time, no statement on Tuesday's protest was issued from TAMCC. Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
Former president of the Grenada Union of Teachers and first vice president of the Grenada Trades Union Council, Kenny James, said the payment of pensions can lead to increased productivity within the public sector. Speaking during the May Day International Workers' Day parade on Sunday, James said the payment of pensions will boost the morale of workers and will lead to increased output, given the knowledge that they will receive benefits at the end of their tenure.
What this ruling does is enhance, improve the productivity in the public service, because now you have something to work towards, right? Because what we had is a system where you're laboring, you're slaving, and you have nothing to go home with. There's no reward for your service. Now you're in a position where you can demand of workers that you need to produce, because there's a benefit that you're working towards, right? You're working with the state. You're working in the interest of the people of this country, and we want the best for them to get this country forward, right?
Employers can now expect workers to perform their duties, and workers should reciprocate accordingly, James said.
So our senior managers or supervisors are now in a position to pull up people to say, listen, Troy, no, you're forming the fool, right? And you have to understand you're forming the fool in truth, because what you're working for here is for country. So this is going to enhance the productivity that we're seeing in the public service.
He affirms his belief that ministers of government are not the only ones that should be entitled to receive pensions, but it should also include staff and other public officers who provide support to government ministers in their respective ministries. Grenada and other member states of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States have expressed concern about plans by the United Kingdom to impose direct rule on the British Virgin Islands. Direct rule is one of the recommendations contained in the recent Commission of Inquiry report released just one day after the BVI premier was arrested in the United States on drug and money laundering charges. Prime Minister and Chairman of the OECS Authority, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, initiated a special meeting of OECS leaders on Monday to discuss the evolving situation in the BVI. Prime Minister Mitchell says imposing direct colonial rule and the history of such imposition in the Caribbean has never delivered the desired result. According to Dr. Mitchell, the arrest of the BVI Premier and the Commission of Inquiry report are two separate issues which should not be connected.
Understand why the British in the 21st century would be making decisions similar to what they have done years ago in other countries, which were not supported and over a period of time was seen as not a prize. We recall in Grenada in 1962 when literally they derailed the Eric Gary's government over some issues that today might almost be seen as laughable, and literally dismissed the government on those bases. And we think for them in the 21st century, given all the issues that has arisen over the years, to be imposing, making the same decision, it's not in their best interest. It's certainly not in the interest. It has never been in the interest of the region to have the colonial type decision. But in the case of the British, it certainly was to me to us unwise to have that sort of conclusion.
The OECS concurs with the elected representatives of the people of the BVI that abolition of Parliament with direct rule from London represents a retrograde step in the evolution of the democratic process that is inconsistent with the United Nations Proclamation of Human Rights to be free of colonial rule. That's the first segment of news. More news after the break.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2.5 years of waiting and waiting, I know you're feeling pain. Finally, we are going back to the stadium on Sunday, May 15th from 5 p.m. We say, Tingo Nice again. Tingo Nice again, Tingo Nice again. As Megaforce Promotions brings to you $120,000 cash money bingo. That's right, Grenada. It's a massive $120,000 bingo. 120,000 big ones. Bingo tickets cost $50. Make it a date. Grab your bingo posse and let's go to the National Stadium Sunday, 15th May from 5 p.m. Tingo Nice again. Tingo Nice again. Tingo Nice again.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back. Media workers in Grenada joined regional and international colleagues in the commemoration of World Press Freedom Day. President of the Grenada Media Workers Association, Gerard Joseph, speaking on this morning's Rise and Shine, called on media practitioners to invest in themselves as they continue their duty as the Fourth Estate. World Press Freedom Day is an opportunity for solidarity and to challenge practitioners to commit to improving their capacity in all areas of the profession. The majority of Grenada's media population is young, and the political directorate and private sector are the economic strengths, and their influence is impactful. The World Press Freedom Day theme speaks to journalists on the siege.
It's Press Freedom Day. However, we know in Grenada sometimes the press is not really that free. We still need some laws to protect ourselves. As I highlighted before, due to the possibilities of lawsuits, there is not a Freedom of Information Act in Grenada and other supporting laws for media practitioners. So we have to be even more responsible in the absence of those laws.
Joseph impresses upon members who desire a professional career in the various fields of media to make investments in their development.
Digitalization is on. This is the era that we are in, and if the media is not cautious, careful, and media managers, media workers don't take it lightly, then easily we could be brushed off. Media can be no longer classified as even the fourth estate, because as you highlighted, everybody believes they are journalists since they have their phones. Everything comes up early, social media, internet. So it's a challenge for media right now.
President Joseph says as an organization, they will champion professionalism and will continue to work with media owners, news directors, program managers, and stakeholders in general to further enhance the local media.
a philosophy that's always been enshrined within us media workers is that it's not to be first, it's to be factual. It's to present the truth. So that is the whole synopsis, and that's the whole thing that we have to go and we have to always be mindful of. No matter if there are someone who might be reporting, because right now you see them doing it, they're reporting it, they're not even giving you pictures, videos, they're giving you play-by-play, so it's a challenge. However, I believe that our media fraternity in Grenada and the rest of the world would not be daunted by it, and we will continue to empower ourselves.
Journalism under digital siege is the theme for World Press Freedom Day. Customers of ACB Grenada Bank can now carry out transactions in the city with the opening of its third branch at the NIS building. ACB Grenada Bank has two other branches in Grenada, Grand Anse and True Blue on the St. George's University campus. The doors to ACB Grenada Bank St. George's branch were officially opened Sunday by Minister of Finance and Economic Development Gregory Bowen. We have more in this report.
To create a shared value through exceptional financial services built on best practices, ACB Grenada Bank opened the St. George's branch. Finance Minister Gregory Bowen applauded the bank on its collaborative approach to serving the people of Grenada.
This type of cooperation that is responsible for our being here today to officially open the newest branch of the ACB Grenada Bank in St. George's. The government is pleased with the efforts of the management of ACB Caribbean, the shareholders, and ECCB to make ACB Grenada Bank a reality. We are encouraged by how the bank has evolved and grown in the last year. And we acknowledge the resolve of the bank to serve all strata of Grenadian society.
General Manager of ACB Caribbean Group, Joanna Charles, says the opening of the branch was reflective of their commitment to providing accessible banking for all.
While our strategic intent is to become digital, we felt that the two existing physical locations did not provide enough access to our customers. We are well aware that in our part of the world, our people still like face-to-face interaction and not yet very comfortable with the digital channels. Hence the expansion of our branch network.
Chair of the Board of Directors of ACB Grenada is Sharon Matthew Edwards.
As we continue to grow as an organization and lay the foundation for continued growth and success, our shareholders in Grenada can rest assured that their investment will continue to grow. The group has a proven record of accomplishing continuous and meaningful stakeholder engagement, and we plan to continue this modus operandi now that we have launched and operated in Grenada for the past year.
Long-standing customer Dr. Wendy Crawford expressed her satisfaction with the services offered by the bank.
The quality of services that you offer, the quantity of services that you offer, your willingness to engage your customers and ensure that we are comfortable and we understand what you're doing.
ACB Bank Grenada also announced the launch of its scholarship program. In addition to investments in sport and culture, education has been a top priority, and 2 annual scholarship and bursary programs at both the secondary and tertiary levels were provided. For the MTV Evening News, I am Tonya St. Louis Lawrence.
Over 400 employees participated in a recently concluded health fair organized by one local call center in St. Andrew to promote health and wellness and increased productivity within the organization.
KM2 Solutions call centers located at Seamoon Industrial Park, Grenville, concluded their Health Week on Friday, an initiative geared to promote health and wellness amongst its over 400 employees. Director of Operations at KM2 Solutions is Nefertiti Jemot.
So a few major stakeholders I think that we saw a lot of success with was the Grenville Credit
reunion. They had a lot of folks signing up. We also saw a lot for Pan America, MASA, the counselor. I think that was, to me, the highlight of the week. We saw a lot of agents running to, gravitating, matter of fact, to that.
She said the idea was birthed due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
COVID has allowed us to really think outside of the box as it relates to how to cater to the full person and what are some of the needs our employees might have now that the country is reopening and things are doing better.
Supervisor at KM2, Curleen Thomas, said nutrition was also a major component.
Not just the mental health, but also the nutrition as well. So we started off with that and we ended with the mental health. So very receptive from the agents, and we're looking forward to see it happening again.
Clinical therapist David Andrew, who provided counseling sessions, highlighted the importance of mental health.
Work, according to the World Health Organization, is one of the single most predominant stressors. And when companies go out on a limb to ensure that they look after the mental health needs of their staff, they benefit a lot more because their staff turn out to perform better. Their staff would give better output.
Several customer service agents also shared their experiences.
We learned a lot from that program, that seminar, that little 1 hour and a half little meeting that we had, understanding that it is very good to take care of your mental health.
I experienced the massage therapy. It was awesome. I had my massage. I went in so tense. I came out feeling so relieved, and I want another one.
Site director at KM2 Solutions is Jermaine Denny.
First of all, I would just like to take this opportunity to express my profound gratitude and thanks to our Human Resources Manager, the Employee Engagement Committee, for them pulling off this activity, which is so beneficial for all of our employees.
Other stakeholders included the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council, the Grenada Planned Parenthood Association, Coates Optical, and others. The Ministry of Agriculture has completed the first phase of upgrades on the Ashendene propagation station in St. David, which is used by the Ministry for the propagation of ornamental and spices. More in this report. The Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry is looking forward to the increase in production and improvement of the quality of spices, ornamentals, and other types of produce following the completion of Phase 1 of the refurbishment of the Ashendene propagation station in St. David, which is expected to trickle down into an improved environment for the propagation of plants. The first phase began in February this year, which includes fencing of the station, resurfacing of the nursery floor, refurbishment of the office, and improved security measures to prevent and reduce instances of predial larceny. Manager of the station is Neville John.
Today, on behalf of the staff at Ashendene, I would like to say that we feel very honored for the renovation work that has taken place here. It was long overdue. We was begging for it a very long time. Very, very long.
Chief Agricultural Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture, Trevor Thompson, said plant propagation is a science that must be done in the correct environment to receive profits and sustain livelihoods, which is why the station was selected for the propagation of ornamental species and spices.
Transforming the facilities, improving the equipment, the tools, etc. that is required, providing the inputs, as Junior has said, to ensure that the propagation can be done is critical. I can say that plant propagation is improving and will improve. I think we have a very dedicated staff, and that if propagation improves, then the other departments will follow. Extension will follow, because now they have to deliver what propagating is doing.
Minister for Agriculture, Lands and Forestry, Peter David, highlighted the ministry's efforts to get all propagation stations up to date, increase overall production levels, and improve varieties.
We have all the elements, I think, Trevor, all of the elements, if we put it together and line it up properly, we can get agriculture done big. This place will be able to support itself if you look at the numbers coming out of it. but we have to get production up.
The Ashenden propagation station will be opened during the plant distribution season for the sale of plants to members of the general public.
That's the second segment of news. Regional highlights are up next.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education.
for your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
The 5th Annual Masters of Calypso Melody and Rhythm Edition, Sunday, May 8th, Mother's Day, at the Spice Basket Bolio St. George's. Showtime, 6 p.m. and tickets cost $60. Featuring live from Trinidad and Tobago, Baron. Chigalos.
This party time, I'm feeling to wine.
From Barbados, Red Plastic Bag. From Grenada, Beast, Scholar, Inspector, Black Wizard, Cox, Samantha Dixon, Squeezy and Moyakai. A special award ceremony for the Hitman Inspector.
Let me tell you that, Inspector, eat it better. Make yourself at home, young fella. Eat it better.
All artists backed by the Royal Grenada Police Force Band. A special cocktail on entry for all mothers. Compliments West Hall Rum. Tickets available at Mitchell's Health and Wellness Grand Anse, Grenada Optical St. George's, Kittens Pharmacy in St. George's and Grand Anse, St. David's Pharmacy, Licks and Bites Guave, Maxie's Bar Grenville, Masters of Calypso, powered by West Hall Rum's National Lotteries Authority, Flo, Senator Nolan Cox, Captain Harris Suites, Mitchell's Health and Wellness, ML Construction Services, King Elvis Taxi and Tours. One special evening dedicated to mothers. Sunday, May 8th, 6 p.m. This will be one unforgettable show.
She wants high. She wants plumbing.
Glam out in the best names and designer frames with Quartz Optical. Buy one stylish frame and get 50% off your second pair. Sport your favorite Armani, Converse, Vogue, and many more frames for less. Get an additional 10% off and pay nothing for 30 days when you pay with Ready Finance. Book your free eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Don't miss the opportunity to glam out. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer available while stocks last. Special conditions apply.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Grenada, it's week 2 in the 4th edition of the Pure Grenada Cup. And on Saturday, 7th May, we're taking the action to the Big Parish, Victoria Park in Grenville. From 7 p.m., Game 1, St. Patrick Crown City Strikers versus U17 Young Gunners. 9:30 p.m., St. David Top Strikers versus St. Andrew Big Parish Wars. Admission $20. Then on Sunday, we head to the Cuthbert Peters Park in Gore, where the St. John Dolphins will meet St. Mark Western Stars. Admission $10. The 4th edition of the Pure Grenada Cup is on. Don't miss it.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
My name is Trisha Maras.
I am a proud member of the Ariza Credit Union. I chose to become a member of the Ariza Credit Union because I got some financial advice from a former boss who is a member of the financial institution, and that was the best decision of my life I made. What I like most about the Ariza Credit Union is the courteousness from the staff, the low interest rates, and the pension plan. How has Ariza helped me over the years? I had two dreams in this life. One is to sending my daughter off to university, and the other is achieving my dream home. So if Ariza can transform my life, it can transform yours. So if you're not yet a member of the Ariza Credit Union, come on down and be a member. Happy anniversary to the Ariza Credit Union. And thank you for the 75 years of transforming our lives.
This is where we join Josanne Mackey-Smith for news from across the region.
Good evening. The Premier of the British Virgin Islands on Monday demanded his immediate release from U.S. custody, arguing he is immune from prosecution on cocaine smuggling charges because he is the elected constitutional head of government of the British Overseas Territory, an attorney for Andrew Fahey requested in a filing with Miami Federal Court. Fahey was arrested last week during a U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration DEA sting as he was preparing to board a private jet at Miami Opa-locka Executive Airport. According to a criminal complaint, Fahey and Olinvine Maynard, his ports director, had been at the airport to meet who they thought were Mexican drug traffickers, but who, in reality, were undercover DEA agents. Meanwhile, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, the OECS, says it regards as a retrograde step the abolition of the Parliament in the British Virgin Islands with a direct rule from London. On Monday, people in the BVI took to the streets outside the official residence of Governor John Rankin as they protested the recommendations of a report of a commission of inquiry that examined allegations of corruption and abuse of office by elected and statutory officials. In a statement, the leaders of Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and Grenadines, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Montserrat said they had taken note of the position taken by the duly elected BVI government, which, while welcoming the recommendations arising from the inquiry, rejects the intention of the British government to impose direct rule on the BVI. The OECS said in the statement, quote, "It is clear to us that, in principle, it is ill-advised to impose direct colonial rule, and the history of such imposition in the Caribbean has never delivered the desired result." Unquote. In more regional news, former LIAT employees who say they are disappointed and frustrated by the way they have been treated over the last 2 years by the 4 Labour Party Caribbean governments have taken their grievance to change.org. They are calling on leaders of Barbados, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Dominica, all of whom are major shareholders of LIAT, to bring about a resolution to their long-standing issues. The workers lost their jobs when the airline closed. Some still owed vacation pay and then severance. The workers are pleading with the shareholder governments to see to it that the money that they have earned working for the company is paid so that they can have a sense of normalcy. Further afield, millions of women across the U.S. could soon lose their legal right to abortion, according to a leaked Supreme Court document. A document published by Politico suggests the country's top court is poised to overturn the 1973 decision that legalized abortion nationwide. If the court strikes down the Roe versus Wade ruling, individual states would be allowed to ban abortion if they wish. It is expected abortion could then be banned in almost half of U.S. states. The Supreme Court's justices are expected to issue a ruling in late June or early July. I'm Joseph McKee-Smith for MTV News.
This is the MTV Evening News. More news after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
My name is Trisha Maras. I am a proud member of the Ariza Credit Union. I chose to become a member of the Ariza Credit Union because I got some financial advice from a former boss who is a member of the financial institution, and that was the best decision of my life I made. What I like most about the Ariza Credit Union is the courteousness from the staff, the low interest rates, and the pension plan. How has Ariza helped me over the years? I had two dreams in this life. One is to sending my daughter off to university, and the other is achieving my dream home. So if Ariza can transform my life, it can transform yours. So if you're not yet a member of the Ariza Credit Union, come on down and be a member. Happy anniversary to the Ariza Credit Union. And thank you for the 75 years of transforming our lives.
You're watching the MTV Evening News Sporting Highlights. Up next.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere.
Holy natural spring water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy natural spring water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy natural spring water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
Puran appointed West Indies captain. That and more coming up in sports.
All concerned are hereby advised that the Carriacou branch of the GUT Cooperative Credit Union will be closed until further notice. Members affected by the closure are therefore advised to call or email the GUT main office with their enquiries. For general enquiries, please call 440-1354. For loans queries, email loans@gutcu.com. For member services and debit card enquiries, email membership@gutcu.com. Management apologizes for any inconvenience this closure may cause.
Tonya St. Louis Lawrence has this evening's sporting highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. Parliamentary Representative for St. Andrews South East, Honorable Emmeline Pear, was among community members who attended the official opening ceremony of the Post-Royal basketball court on Friday. Pear said government constantly tries to create a balance in the development of individuals and community infrastructure.
Our focus on education and support for students in this area, our support for families, whether it be through the SEED program, whether it be the construction of inside bathroom and toilet, whether it be connection of electricity and water, is our investment in building the lives of people. But we continue to create that balance with the development of infrastructure in this constituency.
Residents expressed gratitude for the basketball court and spoke of the importance of sporting activities in the community.
I grew up in Grenville, in Trenchtown. I grew up on the dump, as they always call it. And one of the things that helped me to become the person I am today is basketball. I was also exposed to sports, to football, I should say. I was also exposed to other sporting activities. But the point I'm trying to make is that the mere fact that I was able to go out there with my friends and so forth, when we had nothing to do and play the sport, that kept me focused, but most importantly, it kept me off the streets.
This has been in the pipeline for a very, very long time, ever since I've known myself. We've been asking for one of these things for very, very long. And I must say gratitude is a must, because look at from where we came from, right in the streets right here. Once again, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone that played a part in giving us that court behind it, from the construction workers, the plumbers, the electricians, the masons, whoever, the engineers, each and every one of you. I want to say thank you very much, and also to our parliamentary representatives for making this happen.
It was a packed evening with dips for children, domino games, and all fours and basketball games following the ceremony. American tennis sprint sensation Arian Knighton has left the athletics world astonished after clinching an incredible piece of history that sparked more comparisons with Usain Bolt. The 18-year-old once again lowered Bolt's junior world record and beat his own under-20 world mark of 19.84 seconds in a scorching run at the Baton Rouge meet in the United States on Saturday. Knighton blitzed the field to run home first in a staggering 19.49 seconds, setting the fourth fastest time in the history of the event in the process. Knighton will have his sights set on the World Outdoor Championships in Eugene, Oregon, on July 15th to the 24th, provided he comes through the qualifiers from June 23rd to the 26th at the same venue. The American made headlines around the world last year when he ran an astonishing 19.88 to break Jamaican Olympic legend Bolt's 19.93 junior record. He then finished fourth in the 200-meter final behind Canada's Andre DeGrasse at the Tokyo Olympic Games. However, Knighton's time over the weekend is way ahead of where Bolt was at prior to turning 20, with the 8-time Olympic gold medalist clocking 19.93 seconds. Nicholas Pooran has replaced Kieran Pollard as West Indies white ball captain less than 2 weeks after Pollard announced his retirement. Having served as Pollard's deputy, Pooran was the front runner for the job and will assume leadership of both the One-Day International and the 2020 Internationals. The appointment will include the ICC Men's T20 World Cup in 2022 and the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup in October 2023. Shea Hope has been recommended to stand as vice captain of the ODI team. Pooran, who is currently featuring for the Sunrisers Hyderabad in the Indian Premier League, expressed his delight in his appointment, saying, and I quote, "I am truly honored to be appointed captain of the West Indies team." He said he is following the footsteps of several giants of the game who have created an amazing legacy for West Indies cricket. He said his prestigious role is a pivotal position in the West Indian society, as cricket is the force that brings us, all West Indians, together. Experienced sports administrator Diane Henderson became the first female and 11th president of the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee at the historic first virtual election held on April 30th, 2022. The election of officers took place after the conclusion of the 75th Annual General Meeting. Henderson won by a margin of 24 votes to 10 over the other contender, with 70% of the vote. Finally, this evening, the Jamaica Administrative Athletics Association has pledged $3 million for its 4-part Jubilee Series for senior athletes in a lead-up to the World Championships to be held in July this year. Track and field have been a major part of Jamaica's history, and in the 60th year, we will continue to provide suitable competition for our senior athletes, says the JAA President Garth Gale. The events will be at the National Stadium and will run off for 2 hours on each occasion, running from 5 to 7 p.m. As part of the offer, the JAAA will allow its dedicated fans to enter the grandstand free of cost. The event is being held in partnership with the Sports Development Foundation and Puma. That's it for this evening's sporting highlights. I am Tonya St. Louis Lawrence, thanking you for joining us.
That's the sports, the weather, and a recap of the headlines after the break.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
We've been down, but not out. It's been hard, but we've persevered together. We each have a role in Grenada's successful recovery, nourishing our families, guiding our children, caring for our communities, energizing our lives. We are strong. Together, we are Grenada.
Good Tuesday evening, viewers. Back with the nighttime weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. After a weekend of brilliant sunshine, we see those conditions continuing into the start of this work week. A bit of cloudiness over the some of the northern islands just brought one or two very brief showers there. We are looking at an area of intense cloudiness. However, it is mostly moving to the northwest, but strong upper level winds are breaking it up as it moves along. Most of the moisture with this system, however, is expected to remain south of Grenada. The haze has eased a bit, so we're going to see a few clear days leading into the start of the next week. Right now, the main feature is, as I said, this area of cloudiness showers, and as you can see, the upper level winds are more or less causing it to move in this direction here. That means that there is sharing taking place and the system could break up. We expect those conditions to continue. One or two very brief light showers are possible during the early part of tonight. The forecast for Tuesday night is for generally fair conditions and just the chance of those few early sprinkles. Winds would be easterly between 10 and 20 miles per hour with a minimum temperature of around 23 degrees Celsius. A chance of rain around 30 to 40%. Chance of those early sprinkles. The moon rose this morning at 7:43. It's going to set at 8:53 tonight. Wednesday is going to bring fair conditions in the morning, a possibility of a slight increase in cloudiness into the afternoon, but just about a 30% chance of showers. Easterly winds continue between 10 and 22 miles per hour. Seas remain moderate with 5 to 7 foot waves. Sunrise is now at 5:56, sunset at 6:21. It's still going to be hot. It will measure 33, feel more like 36. Some afternoon showers are likely in Port of Spain. Tomorrow, Bridgetown will see fair conditions with lots of sunshine in Kingston. Miami is in for afternoon showers with morning showers likely in New York and showers throughout the day in London. Here at home, Thursday will bring generally fair conditions. There is a chance of some afternoon showers on Friday with possible showers on Saturday and again morning showers on Sunday. We're going to monitor that area and see how it progresses. After that, generally fair conditions are expected to return. That's it for Tuesday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Join me again on Wednesday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Now to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Over 30 road accidents recorded over the weekend. St. Andrew farmer stands to lose thousands of dollars worth of produce due to a stolen pump. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell expresses concern about plans by the United Kingdom to impose direct rule on the British Virgin Islands. And in sports, Puran appointed West Indies captain. On behalf of the news and production departments, I am Troy Gill. Thank you for watching. Good night.
I'm a winner. You are winner. We are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Well, good evening to you viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lottery Authority's Daily Pick 3 Evening Draw for today, Tuesday, the 3rd of May, 2022. I'm Lexanne Fletcher and I'll be your draw hostess for this evening. I've got Ms. Makiba Bain standing in with me. Of course, she's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Ms. Bain is here to ensure the games for this evening are conducted in a fair and accountable manner. Now, the game balls have not been tampered with and are within industry standards. Here's a quick reminder, as always, with the Pick 3 game, you can bet as little as $1 on inline, mix, and pair tickets, and from $2 on backup tickets. All right, let's find out what the winning numbers will be for this evening. It pays to play. Good luck. And the first number is... First number 2, second number 6, third and final. Third and final is 5. Let's recap, double check your tickets. First number was 2, the second number 6, third and final 5. Congratulations if you're a winner this evening, and don't forget we've got the Playway draw up next. Hope you got your tickets. We'll see you then.
I'm a winner. You are winner. We are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Welcome back. It's time for the Playway draw for this evening, Tuesday, the 3rd of May, 2022. Join me once again is Ms. Makiba Bain. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Now, don't forget, with the Playway game, all you got to do is bet as little as $1 up to $10 on increments on any number or dream symbol of your choice, and get to win 24 times the amount you bet. That's $24 for every dollar spent. Let's find out what the winning Playway number will be for this evening. Value your dreams, win your way with Playway. Good luck. And this evening's winning Playway number is 36. The number 36, 3636. The dream symbol is Vagrant. Just repeat tonight's winning Playway number 36, 3636. The dream symbol is Vagrant. Congratulations if you're a winner this evening, and don't forget, up next is a cash for draw. We'll see you then.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day, with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet, and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back once again. It's time for the daily cash flow draw for this evening, Tuesday, the 3rd of May, 2022. Ms. Makiba Bain is standing in with me once again. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Don't forget, with the cash flow game, you can bet as little as $1 on most of the bet types with the exception of backup, in which case you bet $2. All right, hope you've got your tickets out and ready. Let's find out what the winning numbers will be for this evening. It's more plays, bigger prizes. Good luck. Check your tickets. First number is, yes, that number is 6. Second number 6. Third number 6. And the fourth and final is 9. All right, let's recap. First number up was 6. The second number 6. Third number up was 6. And the fourth and final was 9. Well, if you're a winner this evening, congratulations to you. And of course, don't forget to get your tickets for tomorrow's games. And do continue to support sports, culture, and nation building. Have a good night.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Melissa Tanisha Hazard, also known as Mello, of Pomerose St. David, passed away on Thursday, 14th April 2022, at the age of 34. She was the daughter of Beverly Rubin and Anselm Rubin, also known as Black Boy, sister of Salisha Hazard, goddaughter of Denise Williams, niece of Deanne Hazard and Sonia Mathlin Scott in the USA, Sandra Felix in Canada, Dolores, Henry, Harry, Gavin, Nelson, Eddie, Merilda, and Mary, aunt of Rick and Candisha, grandniece of Cyril Hazard, John Hazard, and Gerald Edwards. Many cousins including Javed, Janique, Janaya, Dwayne, Tammy, Hemon, Vanessa, Blondell, Kimonda, Decima, Suzanne, Lucy Noel, Sherman and Trevor. Other relatives and friends including Kendall Vespri, Fitzroy Charles and family, Gloria Batiste and family, the Hall family of Pomerose and Retreat, the Reuben and Paul families of Pomerose, members of the Corinth Seventh-day Adventist Church, and friends and neighbors of Pomerose and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Melissa Tanisha Hazard, also known as Mello, of Pomerose St. David, will take place on Wednesday, May 4th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Seventh-day Adventist Church, Corinth St. David, and interment will be at the Pomerose Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Teresa Stewart, also known as Lazar or Miss T, of Belle Plaine St. David, died on Wednesday, April 20th, 2022, at the age of 91. Left to mourn her son Raphael Stewart, brother Victor Thomas, sisters Joan Sylvester and Brenda McKee, in-laws Grace Stewart, Elizabeth Thomas, Valden and Kenrick McKee, grandmother of Roxanne, Marva, Shane, Rodney, William, Royston, Christopher, Shermer, Rickson, Titoy, Eunice, Ron, Sean, Richard, Carol, Rochelle and Patricia. Many nieces and nephews, including Barbara and Janine. Sons-in-law Anthony Joseph, Ryan Charles and John Horsford. Other family and friends, including Irma Arnold and family, Michelle Fleming, Miss Monica, Anne Lallion and family, the McKee, Mapp, Street, Stewart and Sylvester families, Tonty Joyce and family, Amiron Stewart, Vera Rouget and family, and friends and neighbors of Belle Plaine, St. Paul's, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Teresa Stewart, also known as Lazar, or Miss T, of Belle Plaine, St. David, will take place on Wednesday, May 4th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Paul's Anglican Church, and interment will be at the Mount Airy Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Teresa Babney Francis, also known as Mama, of Snug Corner, Mount Kumar, St. George, who resided in Trinidad, passed away on Tuesday, 5th April 2022, at the age of 72. Left to mourn are her children Chester and Ignatius Cobb in the U.S., Kevin Bubb and Joel James in Trinidad, one sister Cynthia Francis in Grenada, grandchildren Jaheim, Amari and Stephen Bubb, Joachim, Jolene and Josiah Cobb and Jeremiah, two nephews Rondell and Rondi, niece Alicia, cousin Cynthia James in Trinidad, Marsha, Sean and family. Other relatives and friends including Joan Paul and family, the Bubb family, the Clarence family, Paul of St. Mark, the Roberts family of Bolio, Yvonne Williams, and friends and neighbors of Snug Corner, Mount Kumar, and in Trinidad. The funeral service for the late Teresa Babney Francis, also known as Mama, of Snug Corner, Mount Kumar, St. George, who resided in Trinidad, will take place in Trinidad. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Maria George, also known as Queen, of Chantimel, who resided at Lamode St. Patrick, passed away on Tuesday, April 5th, 2022, at the age of 74. She was the mother of Kenny Alexander Frame, Stephen Alexander, Sanchia Alexander Charles, Andrea Alexander, Clive, and Dino George. Grandmother of many, including Curl Pope, Cazelle Charles, Denzel Alexander, Sherman and Kemaya Charles, Jamal Sherman, Tariq, and Jalea Knight. Great-grandmother of Summer and Kayani Pope and Javel Duncan. Sister of Voslin, Glenora, Gracelyn, Germaine, Armen, Kanisha, and Imelda, Kimon, Ashley, Rollins, Lyndon, Lloyd, and Mitchell. Mother-in-law of Kingsley Charles and Patricia O'Neill Alexander. Many nieces and nephews including Jacqueline Noel, Jackie Ann Slinger, Charmaine Frederick, Harriet Wint, Marcus and Richard Alexander, and Kelvin Bartender Frederick. Many other relatives and friends, including the Thomas and Jeremiah families, Flora Noel and family, Grace George and family, Bernadette Joseph in Canada, Lorenzo Bill Phillip, Rosalind Frame and family, Teacher Linda and family, Hazel and Samuel and family, Joan Joseph of Grove, Floyd Whitehand Langine of Concord, Kendall Frederick, Mr. Arthur Lewis, and friends and neighbours of Shantymel, Prospect, Marley, and Lamode St. Patrick. The funeral of the late Maria George, also known as Queen, of Shantymel, who resided at Lamode St. Patrick, will take place on Thursday, May 5th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Patrick's Catholic Church, Sautez, and interment will be at the Marley Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Yvette Walker, also known as Tanti Yvette, of Vendham St. George, passed away on Sunday, 17th April 2022, at the age of 62. She was the mother of Marlon Walker, mother-in-law of Gillian Nichols Walker, sister of Sandyford, Samuel, Cecil and Roll Walker, niece of Joan and Cecilia Thomas, and Cosmas Lambert in the United Kingdom, Cynthia Lambert, and Janet Sylvester in Grenada, aunt of Otha Collier, Neasha Keynes Douglas, Alex, Candice, Corel, Colette, Natalie, Chantel and Olivia Walker, Theophilus Richards, Roldan, Timothy, Nicholas and Omar Walker, grand aunt of many including Krista Ferguson, sister-in-law of Yvonne, Dawn, Tessa and Aloma Walker, many cousins including Veronica McBurney and James and Wendy Thomas in the United Kingdom. Other relatives and friends in Grenada and abroad including the Lambert family of Vendham and St. Paul's, the Cambridge, Marishaw, Francis, Gittins, Charles, Frank and Mitchell families of Vendham, the Humphrey, Gittins and Edmund families of Birchgrove, the James family of Old Fort, the Walker families of Vendham, Boca and Grove, the Paris family of Boca, the O'Neill and Haynes families, the Adolphus family of Beaulieu, the Bowler and Antwine families of Happy Hill, the management and staff of Creative Design and Building Construction, Father Sean Duggett, and parishioners of the Beaulieu and Vendham Catholic churches, and friends and neighbours of Vendham and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Yvette Walker, also known as Tanti Yvette of Vendham St. George, will take place on Thursday, May 5th at 12 noon. Funeral service will be held at the Our Lady Help of Christians Catholic Church, Beaulieu, and entombment will be at the Vendham Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Daphne Joseph, née Samerson, also known as Darty, of Latone St. David, passed away on Wednesday, 16th March 2022, at the age of 87. She was the mother of Michael Francis of La Follette, Miriam Bob, Venny and Michelle Joseph in Grenada, Stephanie Joseph, and Deborah Blesdell Joseph in the USA, stepmother of Brian Francis, grandmother of Denny, Damien, Sean, Shane, Jamie, Akisha, Mtume, Renee and Ashley in the USA, Kiwani, Janae, Chanel, Keon, Anika, Kazim, and Shakita in Grenada, great-grandmother of many, sister of Maria Paul, Cecilia Benjamin in the USA, Selvin Benjamin, Tobias, Carmen, and Norma Blair, aunt of Sharon, Joan, Yvonne, Matthew and Randolph Mitchell, Alice Alexander, Nicholas and Elvis Franklin in the USA, Elsie in England, Kinta Benjamin in Canada, Anne-Marie Mitchell, Hermione, Kester and Alistair, Peter and Edmund Blair, mother-in-law of Matthew Bob, Kenny Blesdell and Dennis Dragon, her caregiver Annette Fleming, other relatives and friends including the Sampson, Joseph, Mitchell, Benjamin and Edwards families in Grenada, Carriacou and the USA, the Blair family including Alma Bain, Roosevelt MacDonald, and friends and neighbours of Latente, Pomrose, Malmount and Crowshoe. The funeral of the late Daphne Joseph, née Samerson, also known as Darty of Latente St. David, will take place on Thursday, May 5th at 1:30 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Martin de Porres Catholic Church, Crowshoe St. Andrew, and interment will be at the Churchyard Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Veronica Annette Seals of Grand Mall St. George died on Friday, April 8, 2022, at the age of 64. Annette leaves to mourn her 3 loving children, Kathy Ann, Beverly Ann, and Brian, sisters Anne, Lynette, and Bernadette, brothers Desmond, Osmond, and Michael, 15 grandchildren including Dante, brothers and sisters-in-law, 2 sons-in-law Michael and Roderick, and daughter-in-law Vanessa, many nieces and nephews, and cousins including Shark and Jenna in the U.S., 1 uncle and many aunts including Sister Eileen and Miss Ermy. Other relatives and friends including the extended Seals family of Monkmoritz, the Searles family, the Paul family, and surrounding neighbors including the Charles, Maskell, and Chandler family, many friends including Sister Vernis, and last but not least, the Faith Independence Baptist Church and Extended Independence Baptist Ministries. The funeral service for the late Veronica Annette Seals of Grand Mall St. George will take place on Thursday, May 5th. Funeral service will be held at the Market Hill Evangelical Center beginning at 2 p.m. with tributes, and interment will be at the St. George's Center Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Ryan Michael James of Leicester, Carriacou, passed away on Monday, 25th April 2022, at the age of 47. He was the son of Veronia James, also known as Zita, brother of Yvette, Natalie, Randa, Ricardo, Kenny, Adonis, Mickey, Kyron, Gladstone, Royd, Richer, Joylyn, Uriah Jr., and Blossom. Uncle of many too numerous to mention. Caretaker Fatina, also known as Tentina. Many other relatives and friends including the James and Bideau families, the Lendor, Benjamin, George, Adams, Cajo, Alert, and Alexis families, and neighbors of Leicester and surrounding areas too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Ryan Michael James of Leicester, Carriacou, will take place on Thursday, May 5th at 1:30 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Leicester Roman Catholic Church, and interment will be at the Hope Cemetery, Leicester, Carriacou. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Benjamin McGilvery, also known as Ben and Ferris, of Harveyvale, Carriacou, passed away on Saturday, 16th April 2022, at the age of 81. He was the brother of Winifred Primus in Trinidad, Hubert and Gladstone McGilvery in the UK, Paul McGilvery, also known as Hecond, and Veronica Phillip, also known as Lancia in Carriacou, and Russell McGilvery in the USA. Brother-in-law of Radix Phillip, also known as Popo in Carriacou, Anne, also known as Minerva, and Jean in the UK, and Valerie in the USA. Uncle of many too numerous to mention. Caretaker Gemma John. Many other relatives and friends including the McGilvery families, the Lendor, Bideau, and Cajo families, and members of the Jehovah's Witnesses congregation in Carriacou, neighbors of Harveyvale, Belmont, and surrounding areas too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Benjamin McGilvery, also known as Ben and Ferris, of Harveyvale, Carriacou, will take place on Friday, May 6th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Lacroix Brothers Funeral Chapel, Lauriston, Carriacou, according to Jehovah's Witnesses' rites, and entombment will be at the Harveyvale Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Joseph Primus, also known as Uncle Joe of Marley St. Patrick, died on Friday, 22nd April 2022, at the age of 88. Left to mourn are his wife Rita Primus, his son, daughter, and many great-grandchildren in Grenada and England. He was also a member of the Men's League Choir and Prayer Group. His caregiver, Cheryl Sylvester. Family, friends, and neighbors near and far will deeply miss him. The funeral of the late Joseph Primus, also known as Uncle Joe of Marley St. Patrick, will take place on Tuesday, May 10th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Patrick's Catholic Church, and interment will be at the Churchyard Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Hazel Lindor of Belmont St. George died on Friday 29th April 2022 at the age of 68. The funeral arrangements for the late Hazel Lindor of Belmont St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. George Sylvester Henry, also known as George Bernard, Old Police and Handyman of Mount Gay St. George, died on Sunday, May 1st, 2022, at the age of 89. The funeral arrangements for the late George Sylvester Henry, also known as George Bernard, Old Police and Handyman of Mount Gay St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Celia Klein Edwards, Queen's Counsel of Woodland St. George, died on the 28th of April at the age of 65. We'll have funeral arrangements for the late Celia Klein Edwards, Queen's Counsel, in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Darren Stephen of Hopevale St. George, who resided in Boston, Massachusetts, died on the 17th of April at the age of 45. We'll have funeral arrangements for the late Darren Stephen of Hopevale in St. George, who resided in Boston, Massachusetts, in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Veronica Ann Thomas of Marigot St. John passed away on Saturday, 23rd April 2022, at the age of 69. The funeral arrangements for the late Veronica Ann Thomas of Marigot St. John will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Wilma Cecilia Pear, also known as Cecilia Gibbs of Cemetery Hill, St. George, who resided at Seaview, Carriacou, passed away on Thursday, 21st April at the age of 59. Funeral arrangements for the late Wilma Cecilia Pear, also known as Cecilia Gibbs of Cemetery Hill, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Daniel Seeley, also known as Scorpion of Belmont, St. George, who resided in the USA and Romania, died on the 13th of April 2022 at the age of 62. The funeral arrangements for the late Daniel Seeley will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Errol Richard Bruno of Grandon St. George, who resided at Petmotar St. David, passed away on Monday, 18th April 2022, at the age of 71. The funeral arrangements for the late Errol Richard Bruno of Grandon St. George, who resided at Petmotar St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Simon Thomas, also known as Kojo, of Frequente St. George, passed away on Thursday, 7th April 2022, at the age of 60. The funeral arrangements for the late Simon Thomas, also known as Kojo, of Frequente St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Raymond Toussaint, also known as Tuss, of Pearl St. Andrew, who resided in Westerhall St. David, passed away on Monday, 28 March, at the age of 58. The funeral arrangements for the late Raymond Toussaint, also known as Tuss, of Pearl St. Andrew, who resided in Westerhall St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
The pain and agony of losing someone is never easy.
Within your own mind and heart, there is a deep pain, agony that no one can fill. Within you see yourself painfully accepting the fact that you have lost someone you love. But this is what the Word of God said in the book of Psalms 121. I will lift up my eyes